What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Coach Drew Cost, and you're with the Unstuck Living Podcast. So, today's topic is about diet. And no, I'm not going to take you on a journey of a fitness diet, but a mental diet. But they have some similarities. So, I've competed in bodybuilding, I've competed in powerlifting, I've competed in CrossFit, and I've competed in Olympic weightlifting. And I can tell you, with all of those sports, with all of those genres of fitness, one of the most important things was diet. Now, what does that have to do with mental diet? You are what you eat. What you put in your brain will become your thoughts. Your thoughts will soon become your actions, and your actions will soon become who you are. So, I often think, if my thoughts are running wild all the time, what am I putting inside of my head? Am I putting healthy topics? Am I putting good dialogue? Am I putting good information? Or am I allowing myself to just let my mind wander and go? Right? A mind is a terrible thing to waste. We've heard that. But also, we don't realize that we could put a lot of great information in our heads to implement, to think on, and to pursue. There's a scripture in the Bible that I love. It's Philippians 4:8. And it says, think on these things which are true, which are honest, which are just, lovely, of a good report. And really, what it really means is set your mind on things that are great, that are honest, that are just, and mainly things that can help you continue to grow. The reason this happens with our mind is because our brains are meant to just be a place that holds information and helps us function. You can feed your faith, you can feed your fear. You can feed moving forward, or you can feed moving backwards. It's all based on what you put in your head. So I'm going to give you 3 tips, 3 things that I do. You can implement them or you can try them out to put things in my head. Number 1, whenever I want to learn about a subject, I start to immerse myself in that subject by listening to podcasts and YouTube information. If I can get to it, a person who's in that field. So I start listening to a podcast, YouTube, or a person who's in that field. This helps me understand the belief system of someone who's in that field, and to understand that I can learn from them completely. I don't have to have any information about it. Number 2, I become consistent in that. That's number 2, become consistent in that. Am I going to listen to a podcast once a week, once a day, twice a week, whatever that is for you? I personally say try to do it every day, even if it's a little bit. This way you get in the habit of learning. So number 1, I listen to a podcast, a YouTube, or I get a mentor, someone in that field. Number 2, I become really consistent at that. Number 3, I try to start taking action in what I'm learning immediately. So let's say, for instance, I was learning how to, I don't play golf, but let's say I was learning how to play golf. If I knew I couldn't get to the range every day, I would do those same steps. I would get on a golf podcast and learn. I would look at YouTube videos from the best people. I would try to get in touch with someone who's really, really skilled in golf. Number 2, I would be consistent at making sure I get that information. And then number 3, I would try to go to a range, or I would try to go to a backyard. I would try to do something to implement what I'm learning, because I want this to be in my mind. I want this to be a part of my mindset. So again, you are what you eat. If you feed yourself negative thoughts all day, guess what? You're going to have a negative life. If you feed yourself thoughts of prospering, you're going to prosper. If you feed yourself thoughts of being an overcomer, that's what's going to happen. And I want you this year, 2022, to realize you have a lot more power than you think. And it's in your head. It's between your ears. And I want you to fix that. I want you to conquer this. I want you to overcome this. And I want you to realize that I can change what I think. And that is going to help me change my life. So do that. Let me know how it goes. Report back to me and get going. Get unstuck, guys, and take care.